The world's greatest podcast in America. Wow. Cody coughing immediately as I give my intro. The haters didn't think we would do one this week. Oh, bad news for the haters. Even worse news for the haters is that we brought company. Wave to the people, Vols 1085. Yeah, we still ain't got our video presentation upgrade in the podcast room just yet, but you're here.
I'm here, just on camera, unlike Cody's nutsack right now.
Well, I was just thinking about that. I'm a little self-conscious about that after everything I've seen this week. I've been scarred by a 62-year-old pair of nuts that I saw hanging out on the couch yesterday. I can't get it out of my head. It's really been bothering me. We got an older gentleman who works here with us, and he's close to retirement age, really past retirement age. He's somewhere probably in his 60s. I don't know exactly how old he might be, but he doesn't wear underwear, which he's professed in the past proudly. And then
we're not going to name any names, but he used to work in the entertainment business, you know, with music and you know, entertainment and bands and everything. So
yep, he did.
Yeah,
he did. Worked with some really big time acts.
Yeah,
some really big famous people. And anyway, so yesterday he's sitting on the couch. So I'm working on a TikTok because I do TikToks now, you know. And I'm doing my little TikTok. I said, "All right, John, you want me to send this to you? I got it done." I was staring at my phone for 20 minutes. The first moment I look up from my phone, I see old hairy balls hanging out of the bottom of some khaki shorts, just sitting on the couch. You remember Bad Grandpa?
I don't know if I actually watched Bad Grandpa, but I'm familiar with the premise of it. I know I've seen enough Jackass, like Jackass 3. I don't know if it was in 2, but Jackass 3 had Johnny Knoxville doing the same type of stuff. So yes and no. If you're going to reference a particular scene from Bad Grandpa, I'm going to say no,
just
but the
an
concept.
Old man sagging testicles is what you need to picture. That's what I saw as soon as I looked up.
Which couch was he on? We have 3 couches. 2 are good. One's
got a lot of nutsack juice.
Yes.
He was on the one good one. Or he was on the right good one, the right side.
The left and right are the good ones.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
He was on the right
the
side.
Blue one, you fall, you can't get up. It's like,
yeah, that's the sex couch.
Yeah.
In the office.
For who?
Nobody in this room.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say something. I wouldn't say it so confidently.
How many times has there been sex on that couch, you think?
One for sure.
Were you there?
No, this is before I worked here. But it's been talked about a Christmas party.
And I could think of 2 other times, so at least 3 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I must be leaving too early on Friday nights. Saturdays.
You don't have a key to the place.
That's right. I've been here more than anyone. I've been here longer than anyone. I lost my key privileges.
I got a key to the place, so yeah, you just ain't got the same access that I got.
You know where to find it, though.
I know where the
Whoa. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on. So
this back to this old hairy pair of nuts.
Again, a guy that used to work in the entertainment business, close to retirement age, and his balls just staring you right in the eye.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was alarming. It was like almost like he knew they were out.
Yeah.
And he was just waiting on somebody because one of your balls is hanging out and you're not wearing underwear, like when you got a ball.
It's touching something other than your shorts.
Right. Like,
do you? I don't know if you do. I don't know. I haven't really tested the sensation in my balls recently, but like I feel like I think it'd drive you crazy if you would feel it like brushing up against your underwear or shorts. So I just feel like it's not that sensitive.
I just think if I didn't wear underwear all the time and I had a leg propped up, I would think twice about like, I wonder if my nutsack's hanging out a bit or is it?
Now that is true. Like I think I would be self-conscious and constantly checking. I went through a phase for a while where I wasn't wearing underwear, but I was wearing like really like tight shorts. Like it wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
And they weren't coming out. Like I imagine he had some short, like loose shorts. Bear seems like the type of guy that wears loose shorts.
I mean, not real loose, but like there was it was just a really unpleasant, like I can't get it out of my head. It's really bothering me. How long did it take you to get over seeing this older man who we work with, his
Oh,
cock.
I forgot I saw his penis.
Okay, that's good that you forgot.
Yeah,
So-
no, I
so you
forgot.
did.
Yeah, no,
So-
I forgot I saw his penis. Yeah, he was just at the old place, was pissing behind the studio, pissing behind the building, and I went back there to take a piss, and there he was, just facing like towards the corner, just cock out, and I saw it, but I'd forgotten it. So
it does eventually.
Yeah.
You do.
Well, you two have a different type of relationship than me and him do. Like you see him outside of work way more than I do. So like you guys are closer friends. It might be a little bit tougher or easier for you. I don't know.
Yeah, it may be hard to get past this. Honestly, it may be. I don't know if I'll ever be able to look at it in the same.
There's only one solution.
Was it like a hands on your hip type piss or just holding it piss?
It was I don't remember. I just came around, I saw his cock, and I turned around, I said, "Whoa." He said, "What?" And I said, "Well, I don't know, but that didn't seem like it should just be out here with your dick out. Like, I don't know.
What's the problem?
Yeah." He's to be fair to him, I guess he's like, no one's ever going to come back here. Like, and when I worked on the farm, like I have a very weak stomach. Very weak stomach. I've talked about shit in a bucket, which that's fine. That's just a toilet. But there was times when I'd be out on the farm by myself and I didn't have a bucket. I'd just stand up, get completely naked, and just stand out there in the field and shit, just like a cow.
Like when you were a kid?
No,
What do you mean standing shit?
just stand. I don't want to squat. I ain't no woman. I just spread my legs as far as I can and just shit.
You didn't squat.
You
down?
you squat the shit at the house?
I sit. I don't squat. I sit.
Okay.
So you
So
think
ideally in the field, I'd have a bucket because I'd be out feeding cows. I kept a bucket in the truck. Ideally, I would have a bucket and I'd find a creek or a water and I just I'd have a toilet. I'd basically just put some water in it, sit down, take a shit, flush it out, throw it out, wipe. I kept toilet paper in the truck all the time. Wipe, go about my business.
did you at least spread your legs apart a little bit?
Yeah, but I'd get completely.
You weren't just like standing.
No.
straight up, just, I'm shitting now.
That's what I'm picturing.
I'd spread my legs, try to avoid like splashback, but like I just spread my legs and just get completely naked because I want to get on my clothes and just stand there and just shit. So if somebody had pulled, so if somebody had rolled up on me at that point, they just would see me out there butt ass naked, just
one of the cows are out again.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
So you just stand and shit. I've never heard of someone.
I would not.
Just like the
think
cows.
I think
I do like a half squat.
Yeah, I would bend down a little bit. I feel
Yeah.
like.
Well, I'm sure.
Standing was
I'm not gonna act like
sounds
my
a little weird.
knees. My knees weren't exactly locked. I'm sure I had like a little bit of like
I
a.
feel like you do like one of these.
No,
kinda,
no,
right?
no.
No? What about this?
No,
Like kind of bent.
no,
like that?
no. My knees would be
So you're
bent.
like this.
It'd be close, way closer to that. That if you're watching on YouTube, way closer to that. Now I don't consider that a squat. I just consider that more of a strategic, like get your ankles further.
It
out of the
wasn't
way.
like this.
No, it wasn't that.
Were you like right by the highway doing this?
No, I was out in the field. I was out in the
What was
secluded
the
area.
closest road where someone could have seen you?
The closest road I had been 1,000 feet maybe,
Oh, okay.
and it was like just a little side road. It wasn't like a highway by any means.
So you weren't really at risk of getting seen.
No, I was out there by myself, so I was just whatever. But if somebody had rolled up, they'd be like, what the hell is this guy doing? So I kind of sympathize with Bear there a little bit. I kind of invaded his space.
Where's the weirdest place you've ever shit, Tim?
On purpose or
No, either one. Whatever you want to. Whichever one comes. What comes to mind first? I guess.
shitting on my. I couldn't make it home. I was playing pickup basketball. This was 4 or 5 years ago in downtown Harriman, and couldn't make it home. And
Just in your car?
I was going through I was in a company truck.
Just let it go?
Just let it go in my shorts.
You let it. You just let it.
I
happen?
didn't have no choice. It was like I had ate something bad. I didn't have a choice in the matter.
Were you wearing jeans or what?
I was wearing basketball
Jeans?
shorts.
You think,
Basketball?
you think he plays basketball in jeans? He's not Amish.
Yeah.
I miss it. I forgot about
So
that.
yeah, I was in
He's
just
not
gym
them
shorts.
Mennonite.
I was in gym shorts and wasn't nothing I could do, man.
Gym shorts is bad because then you're probably leaking a little bit on the seat.
Honestly, there was nothing on the seats. Didn't have anything on the seats. Got home.
The good news is in basketball shorts is I assume you had some type of like, maybe not compression shorts, but like probably some like of that athletic underwear on. 'Cause
Yeah,
I put on
so I
athletic
had
underwear.
2 layers basically.
Yeah, but it would
Yeah.
probably keep it nice and tight in there.
Yeah, so nothing got in the truck. I got home, got in the driveway, basically stripped down, and just threw them
Took a
some
water
bitches
hose.
away and took a water hose and sprayed and kind of sprayed them, then threw them away. Went inside. Next morning came out, and less than another, like, damn, there's raw shit. So I got the water hose back out and sprayed it some more.
It's a real mess.
Wasn't bad.
Yeah, not too bad. Just kind of a.
It was a miserable.
Is it full shit though?
It was full shit. It was a full.
See, I've never
diarrhea shit.
I've had plenty of sharts where you get in a situation where you.
I hate that word.
Shit.
Well, what else do you call it?
No, I hate that word.
I mean, the worst part was I had about 3 or 4 minute drive after I'd done it till I got home.
I've never taken.
I don't remember that part of it.
Just roll your window down.
The feeling, yeah.
I've never taken a full shit in my pants. Like, I don't know what that's like.
That's surprising.
Yeah, I mean, maybe so, but like, I've had several close to like, but I've always been able to, like, I've been in pain before where you got to hold it so bad where it goes back up and you're like, oh, motherfucker, you know.
Yeah,
I
have had that. That's what I thought this was going to be.
But I've never just let a shit go.
Yeah.
This is such a lowbrow conversation.
You ever shit your pants?
Oh, yeah. Multiple times.
Like, how recent?
Full on shit?
Right. That's what Tim's talking about. He's talking
well,
about.
Well, no, but here, like last year, like probably like a month into like being here, my stomach just rumbled and just a little shit came out, and it actually like went through my shorts. Like it didn't get on anything, but like I was sitting here in the production room doing something, and I was like, oh, that didn't feel good, but like it wasn't nothing I noticed. I went to the bathroom and I looked. I was like, oh my god! So luckily I had a gym bag out there, so I just went and put some basketball shorts on and threw the underwear away, just threw them in the dumpster. Yeah. That wasn't a full on. That was just I don't know what happened. It was just like I still haven't figured out. It was like just a little rumble, and it got me.
I think that's pretty normal to have just like a little seepage. I think we've all been there.
That's kind of the first time that's happened to me. That's kind of the first and only time that's happened to me.
It gets worse the older you get.
Yeah, and I'm nervous about it because I got a bad stomach. But
yeah, you're gonna be.
So far, that's the only one recently.
Pack of Hanes.
I mean, my younger days, 21, 22-year-olds drinking at the beach. I've ruined everybody's time there. I shit in the shower. Yeah, because I got to think, Tim, when I get too drunk, I just lay in the shower to try to be like, hey, in case I throw up, it'll go down the drain and it helps me sober up. Well, then shit came out of me. I was so drunk. That was a bad day.
Why did it ruin their time?
Because they're all in the shower with us. I mean, like there's 7 people in Panama City sharing a hotel room, like a suite, and I shit in the shower. Like
you couldn't stomp it down in it to clean it up.
I mean, you could get in there and disinfect it, but you still know, like, you still know, like, hey, your friend just shit in this shower. Like, yeah, it still wasn't no good. And that was bad. That was bad. There was one girl, poor girl. She was sober. For some reason, she decided she was going to stay. She had never really drank, so she was trying to babysit all of us on the trip. And I was like, sister, just get out of here. Move. Get out of the bathroom. You ain't got to check on me. Go on. It'll be fun.
Did you shit because you were so drunk?
Yeah.
Like, because I've been there maybe 2 or 3 times in my life.
My 21st or maybe 22nd birthday, that happened to me too.
Yeah.
Just naked. I got naked and I was just sitting outside on our porch.
So it's like 2 years in a row?
No, there's probably like 3. It's probably when I was 19 or 18 in high school or after high school, college. Maybe after freshman year, so 19 and 21, so 2 years. But some of the same people were there. They're like, oh, this guy's got a problem. It hasn't happened since then, but poor Frank. Hey, my buddy AJ, it was at his house that we lived at in college. And when I was on the back porch on a little step, just Winnie the Pooh, shirt on, no underwear, nothing, sitting there. He said, just covering shit. And by that time, Frank was like 2. He said, Frank, just sat right next to you, just keeping you company, making sure you didn't die. That was tough. That was rough. What a gross conversation. I'm sorry. One time walking out of MTSU, trying to get back to my apartment, I shit on myself walking out of a building. That was tough. I was like, I'm in college now, and I'm doing this. I'm a loser.
Were you drunk then?
No. I was walking out of class. And when you live on campus, you start walking. Sometimes there ain't no buildings around, and you got, you're too far to get back to your place. You're too far to go there. I was in no man's land.
If he's shitting on himself in his early 20s for no reason, it's going to be bad on him.
Well, I will say, I will say that was 19, 21. It ain't happened other than that one little, my belly rumbled and it got me. That was the only time.
I got so drunk when I was like 18 that I shit in a sink. A community dorm sink.
Oh God!
At the University of Central Arkansas.
I've never shit in a sink, but I've pissed in a couple sinks.
Yeah,
just for just stupid reasons.
Okay, let's move on.
My buddy used to piss in our sink in our room.
No more poop talk.
Well, we've moved on to urine now.
No more pee talk.
I thought it was disgusting because like we were supposed to use that sink just for brushing our teeth or whatever.
No one wants to hear this anymore.
But he kept doing it, and he wouldn't quit. So then I started doing it.
I've never done it at the house or anything. It was just like public restroom.
Oh yeah. I shit all over the walls if I'm in a public restroom. Yeah.
All right, move on. What have you planned for the show today? 15 minutes. 15 minutes on that.
Did I ever tell you about the time I lost 3 pairs of underwear in 1 week?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that again. We've moved on. We've talked about it on the podcast.
Did we?
Yeah.
I can't ever remember what's been talked about and what hasn't.
Congrats to being the only person to vote Tennessee to win the SEC championship. Yeah. How does that make you feel, seeing your vote be registered officially on the SEC's predictions? You didn't go to media days, Tim, but we were able to cast our ballots, and Cody was the one vote for Josh Heupel and the boys to win the SEC.
I actually had this vision when I made that vote, and I said, I envisioned this. They say that you should like speak it into existence, talk like you want to be or whatever the fuck they say. And I had envisioned being the only guy to vote for Tennessee. And I was like, I'm going to be that guy. Sure enough, nobody else. I was the only asshole.
Are you embarrassed?
No, I'm proud of it.
It just brings more attention to yourself and us as a company, I guess. Just like, hey, you're
credibility, for sure.
One person voted for Tennessee and fan run Fox Sports.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't tell you who does. Oh, it's anonymous.
So it's just us. So we know.
Well, he tweeted it out, so he has to hope that it catch the traction. You need to at least spread through the Tennessee fan base to know that, hey, Cody believes in the boys.
Well, I was going to tweet out my entire predicted order of finish, but then they would have known it was basically just a troll job. So I was like, all right, we'll just cut it off after the first 3. You can see where I voted Missouri number 2, like Ole Miss 3rd. Like after I voted Tennessee 1, I just fucking hit the button, I did strategically put Georgia, Texas, and Alabama, I think, 14th, 15th, and 16th. So
a lot of professionalism around here.
Yeah, pretty good chance my credentials will be revoked probably before next year's media days. But the good news is I don't really have any desire to go do it. So,
no, we dropped the ball there. Tim was supposed to take us down there and do content. And
Tim's been busy.
Tim's been too damn busy.
Tim's been busy selling some football jerseys and all kinds of shit.
How does it feel to be a produce man? Can you walk us through? Tim, in case you don't know, is what we call the peach man. He is peaches. He is a wholesale peach buyer, and he goes out and sells them in parking lots, essentially, right? I mean, did I miss anything?
No, that's the gist of it. So my grandparents, for about 50 years now, have owned a wholesale produce business. So I grew up in the shit. They sold all the vegetables, fruit,
more shit talk,
all that stuff.
Fertilizer.
Yeah, we had cows too, so we'd feed the rotten stuff to the cows.
There you go.
But I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago, I made a Facebook page called The Peach Tent.
Go like and subscribe.
Come on,
review us. Got 16,000 likes on Facebook right now, so we're kind of a big deal.
Yeah,
around East Tennessee. But I mean, we'll go during the summer. I'll partner with these different businesses.
Yeah, we get it. You go sell peaches in the park. I don't want a full pitch. I was just saying you're the produce man. I'm setting the table, and I was going to ask, do you have any crazy peach stories in the parking lots, like in terms of people that have wandered up to buy peaches? Has anything interesting happened there, or is it pretty much just cut and dry, just some good old folks trying to get a couple produce boxes?
We went to Cincinnati one time, and we had permission. We were in a parking lot of a mall, took a 27-foot Penske truck, took 300 baskets of peaches, had 60 or 70 people in line when this guy flew up in a car, jumped out screaming. He was some kind of city ordinance guy trying to cause a scene, bitch about we didn't have a right permit. So nothing crazy like pulling a gun or anything like that. He was just mad because we didn't have the right permit.
So you shut your shit down.
Tried to. He let us keep selling while one of us went to the courthouse and got a piece of paper that gave him a little bit of money. Nothing like nobody's ever robbed us or nobody like.
Well, you have been robbed. Are you willing to talk about that story?
That's what I was going to ask. Because that's an amazing podcast story. I was wondering if
Okay.
It's just if you're willing to tell.
I can tell.
I
can tell it. So, same grandparents own the wholesale produce business. Back in 2008, Mother's Day weekend, I was staying with them because I was renting my house out The person who was renting my house out had not moved yet. I hadn't moved, so I had to stay with my grandparents for about a month. My grandparents' produce business is right in front of their house. They have a big, probably 2,000-pound safe in there that has to be moved with a forklift. So it doesn't get opened that much. People know what's in there.
And they know that you said it's 50 years in business too. So like
produce is a lot of cash business.
Sure, but
Kinda
people also knew that you guys were in the business. Like
Yes.
I'd imagine if your grandparents at that point had been in business for 35 years, like they'd probably known as some, I don't want to say tycoons, but probably as the produce people.
Yes, and like kind of like farming and cows and stuff. It's like those people carry cash. They're not paying
a lot of Square app for the
correct.
The peach
they're
business.
paying, especially my grandparents. They're paying cash for everything. So they kept cash on hand. So 2:00 in the morning, I'm asleep in the bed. I get woken up to this guy grabbing me with both hands around my shoulders, saying, "Come with me. This is the FBI."
So you're 2008. So you're about 20 years old, 24 year old.
I'm 24.
Yeah. Okay.
I think. Yeah, 24, 25, something like that.
Just in a dead sleep.
Dead sleep.
Oh my God.
Dead sleep. It's 2:30 in the morning.
Ugh.
I went to bed at probably about 1:00. So I'm dead asleep, pretty blind, didn't have contacts in, no glasses. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
So you didn't hear him come in the room. The first thing when you wake is you're being shook.
Yes. I did not hear him open the door. I get woke up with two hands on my shoulders, picking me up, saying, "Come with me. This is an FBI investigation."
Oh.
I'm like, "Okay, brother."
Call my lawyer. Call my lawyer.
So I get out of bed.
Naked?
No. I think this is before I slept naked, so I probably had boxers on.
That's my fear. I sleep naked. I'm worried about something.
Me too.
If it happened now, yeah, but I think back then I slept in boxers.
I'm worried about somebody trying to break in. Me have to fight them off naked. Like, just hold on. Let me put some shorts on.
So they walked me down the hallway, through the kitchen, to the downstairs where my grandfather usually slept on the couch just because he liked sleeping there, right in front of the front door, where he was sitting. And they sit me beside him. And then like a minute later, they walk my granny.
And they're roughly how old at this point?
They are
70, 60?
Nah, they're a little over 60.
At this point?
Yes.
Still getting around pretty good? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're mid 60s.
So not necessarily a feeble grandpa or grandma, but
they could get around. No, they weren't. Oh, they had no problems. They were mid 60s, perfectly healthy.
Old enough to still want to fight? Would grandpa be old enough to still want to fight?
Yeah. As you'll hear, he was willing to. So they walked my grandmother down there. She's like, "What is this? Is this a joke?" There's 5 of them. So 5 grown men. They kicked the front door in. My grandfather slept on a couch right there in that den, and they kicked the front door in, and the locks on the front door probably went 15 to 18 feet after they kicked it. It broke off the door. So they got him first, got me, got my grandmother, set us all down the couch and said, "We know you motherfuckers have been running drugs out of here for years in these tractor trailers. The produce business is a front for it. Y'all have been running drugs. Y'all have ruined this county with drugs, and we know you've got money. And we know you got a safe, and we want in the safe." And they're like, we've not been doing that. We don't have any money in the safe, yada, yada. So immediately they put me in the floor and duct taped my hands behind my back.
Oof.
I guess they thought I was a threat. So put me on the ground, hands tied behind my back. 2 of them went to their business in front of the house, ransacked the office trying to get into that safe. So that safe has one big open circular door. So inside that, there's 2 smaller compartments that both take 2 keys each to open.
So if you're going to break in, you got to break into like 3 different things.
So the big open area doesn't have a lot of stuff other than just paperwork, like titles and deeds and stuff like that. And sometimes it'll be locked, sometimes it's not. Just so happens she had been in it that day and didn't lock it back. She just shut it. So they're saying that safe was there when they bought that building. They don't know how to get into it. They don't have the keys for it, yada, yada. This goes on for 2 hours. So they're back and forth.
You're just duct taped the whole time.
I'm duct taping.
You
the
crying?
floor. I'm not crying.
If you were,
You talking?
okay.
Are you talking at all?
I'm talking.
I feel like I might cry at some point.
Are you laying face down like a stuck pig, or are you like setting up on like your hand?
No, I'm down. I'm face down the whole time.
Damn.
Except for the one time they did pick me up. That comes later on. But
just
they have
back to the story.
Like they're asking for keys to get into it, to that safe, and my grandparents are like, we don't have keys to that safe. We never had keys to that safe to get into it. When we bought it, we didn't get the keys. They're lying. They had the keys. My grandfather's philosophy is if he gives them the keys, we're dead, because they've got what they want. So they're going through the house. They're ransacking it, taking loose change, money, anything they can find like that. So at some point, they stand me up and take me to the kitchen. Or before they do that, they put a pillow over the back of my head.
Oh God,
I'd be so rattled.
And then put a gun to the pillow, to the back of my head where I can feel it.
So you're positive it's a gun?
I'm positive it's a gun.
They showed it to you.
The five of them. They had a variety of pistols. One had a shotgun.
Okay, so
one had a pair of nunchucks. I'm not joking.
He was the fucking ninja.
Yeah.
Group.
So it was a variety of weaponry.
But you had seen, y'all had seen the weapons to this point.
Yes, we had seen. I knew we knew they had it.
The FBI don't carry nunchucks, by the way.
Right.
This one did.
And I don't think they just want in your safe.
And bust in the middle of the night.
They put the gun to the back of my head and look at my grandparents and say, if you don't, I guess they look at my grandfather, if you don't tell us how to get in that safe, we're going to blow this motherfucker's brains out.
Well, I feel like the pillow, too.
Yeah.
I would feel like they're more serious about it. Like if
right.
Like if you just got the gun to your head, it's one thing. But if they put the pillow, like we're going to make sure the shit doesn't splatter. Like,
right. Professionals.
Fuck. Like,
so grandfather doesn't blink, doesn't flinch.
He was willing to let you die.
He's like, we don't have keys for that safe. We don't know how to get in it.
Shoot him. They ain't got no keys.
So, you won't fucking do it, pussy.
So this goes on for a few minutes. Then they stand me up and take me to the kitchen, which my whole life I've seen them get in that safe. I know they have keys to that safe. I'm not yelling, they're lying. I'm just sitting there like,
how are you feeling when you're face down on the floor with a gun on your head, though, and Grandpa still ain't giving up the keys? Because I think a part of me would be like, fuck, just give him the keys.
I really wasn't. I mean, I'll give myself credit. I didn't panic at all. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just sit there because
kind of is what it is.
There was nothing I could do.
Yeah, it just is what it is.
I had my hands tied. I was duct taped. I feel like if they shot me in the back of the head, I wasn't going to feel it. I was just going to die. So
you're right, though. There wasn't nothing you could do.
There was nothing. I mean, I felt if I was going to struggle and fight, it's just going to make it worse.
Yeah.
Shit beat out of me.
Yeah.
So they stood me up, took me to the kitchen, put me up against the wall, kind of away from my grandparents. And one of them got my face. I could tell he was drunk, which kind of made me worry then because, like, man, if they're drunk, they
might do something.
They might do something they're not even sure they're doing. They're just going to do it by accident.
Yeah.
So they're like, you better talk some sense to them. They're going to get your ass killed. And I was like, brother, I ain't never seen them open that safe in my life. I think they're telling you the truth. So they go back and sit me down. At this point, I don't know how long it's been going on, but they've stolen some moonshine, some 5-gallon buckets of change that he'd been collecting, a few guns, my PlayStation 3. It's really all they got. Granny, being in the produce business, had some customers that day, so she had her purse behind her bedroom door with some clothes over the top of it. It had about $10,000 in cash in it.
Really?
They didn't find it.
Wow.
So
she just happened to put clothes over it, or she always do that?
She just happened to put clothes over it. So
I feel like that's kind of common. You probably you remember what time of day or not time of year it was? Because
Mother's Day is May. It's Mother's Day weekend.
Well, I was going to say because I feel like my mom would always be like, purse and like her jacket and sweater and just everything was always kind of over it.
But yeah, she didn't go to the bank that day, so she had a large amount of cash in the purse. They didn't find it. Eventually, they leave.
They just give up. They
give up. They can't get in the safe. They lay me back down on the ground, I guess, and they say, "All right, don't y'all move. We're going to go out here and talk about what we're going to do to you."
Mm.
So they all 5 go outside. And within like 30 seconds, we hear a car start up. And so we wait about 2 minutes. And then I get up and they get me loose and look outside and they're gone. So my aunt
They
lives.
untied you?
My grandparents did.
Oh.
once we looked and saw they were gone. So my aunt lives across the yard. By this time it's 5 a.m. So it's been going on for about 2.5 hours. They stole all of our cell phones, pulled the landlines out of the wall, so we had no phone. So I ran across the yard, bang on their door at 5 o'clock in the morning, wake them up, say, hey, we've been robbed.
Call cops.
Cops come within 5 minutes. And that's the last night I ever slept there.
Yeah.
End up going and staying with my ex at the time. We'd broken up.
You show up on our doorstep at 6 a.m. Like, I need in, baby. 7 a.m.
Showed up there and basically got back together and got married. And got divorced 3 or 4 years later. But I would not have went back there if we had not been robbed. I would not have gotten married if I hadn't got robbed. But they somewhat caught the guys later on a different robbery. They found some of our stuff on them. One of them had already been in prison for murder before.
Oh,
For
shit.
murder.
That's
and
what I
was
was going to ask
out.
you.
Yeah, and gotten out.
Shit. So they were pretty serious.
Yes.
Like,
One of them at least was. So,
they just deemed this to not be worthy of a murder, I guess.
yeah. So,
Damn.
caught, I think 3 of them later on different charges. Never made the news. Never made the newspaper.
That's before the
print.
days of GoFundMe, unfortunately.
Yeah. So, I mean, never made the print, never made the TV. Kind of went away.
Well, this is now a crime podcast, Cody. Congrats. We could put this on the true crime
That's
charts
a great
now.
Story. It's a great story.
It's
Too bad we tainted it with 15 minutes of shit talk before we got to our
No,
award-winning
people love
investigative-
the shit talk.
before we got to our award-winning investigative journalism. Now, was Granny? Was she shook? Was she crying? Was she freaking out?
No, like my grandparents are pretty stone faced.
Yeah.
Don't show a lot of emotion. Neither
Sounds
one
like
was
they're pretty
crying.
tough.
They're 10 toes
Yeah,
down.
She was like she thought it was a joke. She was like, we have one of their nephews has kind of been in trouble on and off his whole life, in and out of jail, and she blurted his name out. Did he put y'all up to this? Thinking he just got drunk and said something about that safe being in there. So, but yeah, they're pretty strong willed. So,
How much money do you think was in the safe?
50
grand, 60 grand?
I'd say it's 6 figures.
Damn. So they could have hit him a big lick.
They thought they were going to get him a jackpot,
Yeah.
They would have had they just paid more attention.
or had they just killed Tim?
Do you
I
think
that yeah, I think if they'd killed me, they definitely wouldn't have got the keys in.
I wonder, whenever I hear the story, I wonder how it would have gone differently had you been like 14. Like if they held you like as a 14-year-old, hands tied behind your back,
Yeah.
face down, would your grandparents have?
He hadn't lived enough yet. We were going to save
Right.
him.
Yeah,
I don't
we'll
know.
give up the cash to save him, but he's 24 years old. That's
Or if you had been younger, maybe you would have been more scared, and you would have said, "Just tell them where the keys are at."
Yeah,
Like,
maybe I would have folded a little bit, but I played along with them. It was like I never seen him in that safe.
yeah,
I
because you stood strong
didn't panic.
too.
I didn't panic. Yeah, I didn't panic at all.
And if you hadn't, like with the pillow and the gun, at that point, if you had like panicked and been like, "Tell them where the damn keys are at," then who knows what would have happened?
And like the living room where I stayed and watched TV kind of overlooked the driveway. If I had just been up another hour and 15 minutes, I would have seen them pull in.
Maybe, but like I'd imagine they cut their lights off and just kind of creep in. Maybe you would have seen them. Maybe.
There's a big street light out there when you turn in. So I don't know.
I think had you, you're probably like maybe, but like you probably are lucky you weren't awake because you probably would have tried to.
Oh, I definitely ran out the back door.
You ran out the back door and left your grandparents.
Good luck.
Yeah, because I mean, I'd have called for help.
Okay, I was thinking you'd try to like wake them up, and then next thing you know, it's a shootout, or you're awake. They come and just beat the shit out of you to set the tone.
No, my thought was I would be able to get out the back door and call
oof.
police.
Okay.
Something. I wasn't going to
I feel like it would.
I wouldn't going to confront them at the door with a fight. I don't think.
I mean, in my head, I feel like in my head, I'm picturing them. You see them coming up, you run, you lock, make sure the doors are locked, and you're screaming, "Grandpa, get the gun! People are here!" And the next thing you know, it's a damn shootout, and they've busted in, and they've fucked you up.
Yeah.
Anything like it feels like a situation that dire. Like once weapons are involved, like one move the other way, even if they didn't start with the intentions of shooting somebody, like one wrong move, somebody makes a decision. You said they were drunk. Somebody could get shot very easily.
It could have been bad.
Or, I mean, had you been awake, I mean, if you flipped the porch lights on, they'd probably back up and drive away. Maybe they wouldn't have came in for like a straight up like home invasion
for sure
with force. You know what I mean? Like it slipping in probably helped them.
Crazy.
That story scares me a lot because that's my biggest fear is home invasions. Like it always has been because my dad same way, like just kept $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 of cash next to his bed, like frequently because coming in from the day before, going out the next morning to go buy cows, like Tuesday nights would have a bunch there. We used to ride around. I mean, he'd have a trash bag on Wednesdays with like 80 grand in it. I counted one time. Just, I mean, it's just wads and wads of hundreds.
Like you won on that tight end parlay last
yeah, just have a trash bag full of just hundreds in there. And he'd leave me sitting in the truck, which at the time I didn't think much of it, but I was like, I don't want to be.
You ever just one off the top?
Yeah, I get a couple hundred every now and then. Sure, yeah. And then you get caught because like I did do that and I got caught because he would keep it really tightly rubber banded up.
He knew exactly what was.
Well, just he kept it really tightly rubber banded up with a particular like X on it and everything. So like if it had been moved and messed with, like I did try it one time when I was like 8, or might even been younger than that. I tried to do it, and I went home, and then made the mistake. I mean, I told my mom, "Hey, will you put this in my piggy bank? You know, put this in my account." And I gave her $100 bill. She's like, "Where'd you get that?" And I was like, "Oh, Dad gave it to me for working." And then like, no, he didn't. And then like, yeah, so, but like leaving me in the truck with it was crazy enough because there was a murder down in Sweetwater 2005, 2006, where you can look it up in the news. There's a guy that had like sold his farm and like went to the bank and had cashed a cashier's check for like a couple $100,000. And somebody stopped him between the bank and his home and killed him and then burned him up with like airplane fuel. Jeez. Like they set his car and everything on fire with airplane fuel. But I was always terrified. Like I was, my dogs would freak me out just really from the time I was 5 to the time I graduated, like even after college. Like if I'd stay in the night there and just heard anything on the porch, I was like, oh, here they come. They're coming to get us.
Yeah, I mean, living out in the country, there's like nobody there to help. Like you don't have neighbors you can walk. I mean, just right there. Like,
we had an alarm system put in like in 2007, 2008, which helped a little bit, but we had to put the alarm system in because we went on vacation and came back and people had broken in our windows.
Yeah, they put an alarm system after that, and then they put steel bars up on every window in the house.
Yeah, I imagine you'd be shook for a while. Like you'd be thinking about it. You know?
Yeah, I mean, for a couple years after that, I mean, I think about it quite a bit. Just at night,
yeah,
the dogs barking.
You over it now?
Yeah, I don't think about that much.
Yeah. So that's when we make you talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's really the only time I think about it. Even like. I just remember it being Mother's Day weekend. I don't remember the anniversary of the exact day. I just remember.
Well, the first time I heard Tim tell the story, I was talking to one of the guys here. They were asking me about the carjacking. I was telling them the carjacking story. And then Tim walked out and told his story. I was like, fuck.
Does it not
way cooler than mine?
Does it not make you feel like such a pussy that you started crying and like freaking out? And Tim had a pistol to the back of his head with a pillow over it. And he just
staged.
You cried and ran and freaked out, and he just fucking took it like a man.
No, I do relate to the part where he said he just kind of sat there, which is kind of what I did. I just kind of stood there because, like, when the gun is on you, there ain't nothing you can fucking do. Like, it's just
I mean, there was nothing I could do if I had a gun on my nightstand sitting there waiting for me to pick up. I couldn't have got to it. Like, he was on top of me from a dead sleep and just picking me up.
You probably just kind of went into like a shock, I would imagine. Just like I don't know what if the adrenaline takes over. Like I'm thinking about the period of time between when they said they're going to go outside and figure out what they're going to do to you and your grandparents untying you. Like between that, where it kind of fizzled out, I feel like my heart would just be beating, just like wondering what's going to happen. Now the relief, you must have had a great relief.
Well, I was going to say now that you obviously survived, like it's a pretty badass story. Like if people get into a story contest, I feel like you got a top 1% story, like getting held at gunpoint.
I've had people call me.
Hey, tell them that story about when they robbed your ass.
With somebody else, and they'll be like, "Hey, tell us about when the FBI broke in on you."
Yeah, it is a badass story.
Yeah, it's top 1%er.
Perfect for a podcast.
Yeah, if only we hadn't tainted it with taint talk.
There wasn't any taint talk. Just shit talk. We went balls, shit, gun violence.
What's in the middle between balls and shit?
A perfect, taint. But
there you go.
But we never.
It's all connected. Yeah, but we connected them.
It's actually kind of the perfect podcast when you think about it. You hit the 3 main groups: balls, shit, and crazy crime.
And then random sports thing about you voting Tennessee #1.
Oh yeah,
that was me trying to get out of shit talk.
Yeah.
Well, what else you got?
Who, me?
Anybody?
Oh well, there's one thing I had was about. Let's see what we had. I feel like it's going to be hard to top Tim's violent crime story, but I did have the noose at the Titans stadium. That apparently today the Titans they're constructing a new stadium in Nashville, and they had to halt construction because they found a noose on the construction site. So that's big in the news today in Nashville.
Yeah, it's not a good look for the Titans or just Nashville. It's not a bad look for the Titans. Let me take that back. But it's just it is gonna include them in the headlines of every story, and like it is just going to reflect them. But I imagine Amy Adams will kind of respond in the right way. But
well, I mean, I just want to know what it was.
Yeah, I'd like to know like what the purpose was.
One of the workers like gonna hang himself, or is it like somebody playing a joke? Probably somebody playing a joke. But I don't know. And then also I saw where UT was doing a thing where they're ending their Chinese exchange student program, or at least some part of it. The funding got cut or something on the Chinese exchange student.
Oh yeah,
program.
Too many spies.
Maybe, I don't know, but it made me think back to when I was when I lived with a Chinese guy back around college or right after college.
Pretty good cook.
No, he wasn't. Well, he might have been, but I certainly wasn't going to eat his food because the thing that I remember most about him is that he would put raw chicken breasts in the freezer, right above the ice maker. And you know how a freezer has like the rack, and so he would take raw chicken breasts and he would place them in the top of the freezer, and they would drip into the ice maker. So we had raw chicken juice and blood and all kinds of shit in our ice. So, of course, we just had to quit using that ice maker. And we tried to communicate to him. But this guy, you couldn't talk to him. You couldn't communicate. When I say Chinese, I mean fucking Chinese, not Chinese American. Like he was in Shanghai one day, and then he was in Knoxville the next day. So, like, there was no communication at all, no English. And he had these cats.
So he probably been to a wet market and seen all the fried kitty cat and the bat.
Whoa!
Wherever Chinamen go for their.
Whoa! You can't say that.
I mean, he was just. I would think somebody's doing like that. They've been to the wet market.
How?
Wet chicken breasts in the freezer.
I want to know how he ended up here, or like who like booked him the apartment. Did he have like a translator or somebody that could like book it all for him to like get him housing? Because if he couldn't speak any English, like
could you find him today if we had to?
No, I have no idea. He went by Alex, but his real name was like XZJ. I don't know, you know. Yeah. But I would have no idea how to find him. But he had cats in his room. He had like 3 cats, and they would, I guess, piss in there. They never came out. We knew there were multiple cats because you know how a cat under the door will like swat at something. Like we could see their paws come out, and we'd like mess with them and try to touch their paws.
Was it?
Oh, I bet that room smelled crazy.
Was it the same?
Oh, it did.
Was it the same 3 cats, or was it a rotating cast of cats?
That's a fair question.
Be careful. I don't like the insinuations here.
What I know is that
could have been a cat trader. I don't know.
What I know is that for sure there were at least 2 cats. We thought there were 3. There were at least 2. And these were tiny little bedrooms. It was like everybody had their own little bathroom, but it's like student living, you know. We were like a year out of college, and everybody had their own room. It was me and one of my buddies, and then we didn't have a third guy to live with us. So we were like, oh, they'll assign somebody. Like, it can't be that bad, right? It's not going to be something crazy. Turned out it was a guy straight from China. And by the time we all left, they had to replace the carpets in his room and my buddy's room next to his room. Because I guess the cat piss fumes or whatever had penetrated so badly that my buddy's room also, his carpet had to be replaced.
That's bad.
I mean,
Like,
you kind of got what you were asking for, though.
No, we didn't. We were asking for a normal, just regular dude from.
But there were other ways to do that. Like you could have gone to Craigslist and vetted somebody. You could have just gotten a 2-bedroom apartment. Like there's ways around it.
Well, it was a 3-bedroom and like
you prioritize saving like $60 over like, just getting a 2-bedroom apartment.
Well, my buddy, he was living with 2 of his buddies. One of them moved out. I moved in, so it was just like a weird gap in, somebody had to live there.
Well,
and it was
the apartment was wrong for doing that to you.
My favorite thing though was when he walked in. I know I've told you this before, but like our only real communication with him during this year of time we spent was like he would come and go. We'd see him come and go, just give a wave or whatever. But one day we were sitting there. It was like a Tuesday. We were watching some college football, like a MAC game. It was like Bowling Green and Marshall or some shit, And me and my friend are just sitting there drinking a couple beers, watching the game. He walks in and he looks at the TV and he looks at us and he goes, Super Bowl? Super Bowl? And we said, no, it's just regular college football. And he just went on to his room to the cats, shut his door. And that's like our only communication with him this whole time. So now every year during the Super Bowl, we watch it together, and every time I walk in, I go, Super Bowl?
Did he ever bring you women around?
Not that I know of.
How would you have felt had he brought women back and you didn't have any women there? Though? Like,
this guy's been here for a week and he's already got babes over here. He might have had like some women that he met. Normally they kind of stick together when they get in those like exchange programs. Or
you should have taken him. You should have taken him to the strip club. You should have treated him like your own like little personal like foreign exchange kid. Like he's like showing him America, showing him the good world. I
would have if we could have communicated. We tried to talk like
he said Super Bowl. He understood football. You could be like titties.
That's all. Yeah.
Women
titties. That's all he knew was Super Bowl. Yeah. Shout out Alex, who's an interesting guy. I don't know whatever happened to those cats.
I feel like you guys could have gone to the apartment and been like, "Hey, we demand something else. Like this ain't working." Like,
could you not show him what a Ziploc bag was to put the chicken in the bag?
Like motion, like into the bag. I don't know, man. Their customs are a lot different. He clearly had a different standard of living, and like, I don't know how you Americanize that at that point. Like, we just
beat his ass.
You
take him and you break into his room. You break into his room and grab him by the shoulders and say, "It's the FBI. We're deporting your ass because you are giving us salmonella."
It was before the days.
There's cat piss.
It was before the days where you could do that. It was.
Well, there was that one Chinese exchange student that he made the news for being obsessed with that girl. You remember that one? That guy?
Not off the top of my head.
It's kind of sad. He was in love with this other girl, and she didn't love him that way, and he ends up like killing her.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Is that the plot to Shanghai Nights?
No, I don't really know what the plot was, but it was Jackie Chan and Owen Wilson just hanging out.
I knew you were doing some movie.
No, I wasn't doing a movie. No, I wasn't.
It was a real story?
No. Yeah, that was a real story. I mean, there's also the shooter at Virginia Tech, but like I was just thinking about the one guy that like came over and was just obsessed with one girl and then stabbed her. It was a couple of years ago, like just murdered the shit out of her.
Was that local?
No. I want to say maybe California or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good positive note to.
I don't really have anything to add to the story, but if we're just trying to think of crazy roommates or friends or something, I had the 2004 Florida game is now forever tainted for me because one of the guys I went with got arrested last week in a 14-person drug sting that had ties to the Mexican drug cartel.
Nice.
Down in Athens. Yeah.
Oh, it's a big dog.
It was me, him, and Vegas Charlie watching the game together in 04.
El Jefe.
When James Wilhoit kicked the 50-yard field goal to win
It was you, him, and Vegas Charlie?
Me, him, and Vegas Charlie. And I got the notification last week that he had been arrested in this ring. And in the ring, they said it went all the way down. They indicted somebody from, or they got a warrant out now for somebody that's in Mexico in the drug cartel. They found 22 pounds of meth, which seems like a lot. Like not.
I would think so, yeah.
I'm rewatching Breaking Bad. It doesn't seem like a crazy amount when you think about how much they were cooking, but 22 pounds of meth seems like a lot. 13,900 fentanyl pills, 136 grams of fentanyl powder, 56 guns, 4 vehicles, and $60,000 in cash.
Not a lot of cash. I feel like to have 20 pounds of meth.
What?
Well, maybe they just bought. Maybe they just bought the meth, and like you sell that 20 pounds of meth, like maybe that $60,000 in cash goes up to I don't know, a couple $100,000. I don't.
What did the vehicles have to do with it?
I'm sure they were just moving
trafficking?
I'm sure they were just moving the drugs in it.
Yeah.
When they come get you in those raids, I'm pretty sure they just take whatever they can find. That
Do you think he was in this 20 years ago?
no,
Has this happened since?
I gotta be careful what I say because hell, I don't want to go against the cartel. Like I ain't talked to this guy really since high school. But I will say, not him, but a friend of his that was a friend of mine, kind of. Actually, I didn't really know her, but it was his girl or his friend, whatever. I do know, like, when I got my wisdom teeth cut out, she was very adamant about buying my oxy pills to sell. She wanted to buy, because I was like, I don't want them, so I'll pay for them so she could sell them. So, like, I don't know if he was into that back in the day, and I don't know if he's guilty now. Shout out to my boy, in case he's listening. I had another guy, though, around that time. I mean, it's kind of true what they say about being careful about the company you keep. I told Cody about this, Tim, but I had another buddy that I'd probably call him my second or third best friend in middle school. When I was like in 5th or 6th grade, we played a lot of paintball together and went to the skating ring together. So he was probably my second or third best friend. But right after high school, hell, he got shot in the back of the head execution style because he was out there selling crack. Him and his buddy were selling crack. And one got high, smoked up all the crack, and blew his money. So he killed the other one and took his money and took his crack.
True.
And like I said,
thinking straight after smoking all that crack.
And I stayed the night at that guy's trailer, like he lived in a trailer. I stayed the night at that guy's trailer, multiple times in 5th and 6th grade. Like he came over to my house, I went over to his house, and then he got killed over crack.
But they were both your buddies, right? The guy who shot.
Well, the other guy, the guy that shot him, I don't know if I'd call the guy who did the shooting. And again, if you're listening in prison, I got no beef with you. Don't come shoot me. I'm not saying anybody's name for this reason. You know what I mean? It's all public record, but I ain't snitching. But I wouldn't say me and that guy were friends, but we were cool. But looking back on it, I shouldn't have been riding around in those neighborhoods with the people I was riding around with. Not saying I had street cred. Maybe I had a street pass. I don't know. I was a cool white guy for a lot of these people. So like they took care of me. I was a cool white guy. Like
they had a name for you.
Sure. I don't know, but like I picked him up. Talk about this crowd. I picked him up and another guy in Knoxville after high school. And have you ever heard of like the door-to-door magazine salesman?
I mean,
they just go around selling like magazine subscriptions.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I don't remember them, but
they just go around selling magazine subscriptions.
People still do this with books, I think.
Yeah. Well, they go around selling magazines, but I picked those two guys up and another one up in Knoxville one night. And from like the little shady motel right there behind the mall, it used to be way worse. Picked them up and we just went to like the gas station and they bought some 40 ounces. And then like, that was pretty much it. I dapped them up. We just talked, whatever. One of those guys got arrested for like attempted murder of like 20 people. That one wasn't really that one was a little flimsy of a case. He shot a gun. He shot a gun up in the air around a group. So they tried to get him for attempted murder of all those people. I don't think he actually got caught with that, but he was in the car, but he was my childhood friend from like football. So like, I think me and him are cool. So then the other guy, we were all right. I'd hung out with him a couple of times. He bought some ecstasy adjacent to me back in the day. Like, yeah, me and him were all right. So, again, I wouldn't call him friends, but we had a couple run-ins together.
Yeah.
And he's the one that shot my other friend from 5th grade. I was running with a bad crowd.
So it's a car of you and 3 of these guys.
Me and 2 guys, me and 2 guys.
So one's dead.
The one that's dead
was accused of attempted murder. and one did the murdering.
Yeah, the guy that got murdered, he would not be in the car in this case. It was the other two, and maybe one other person that was traveling, selling magazines with them.
Safe to say, though, this group you ran with, you turned out the best, probably?
Well, saying I ran with this group, I'm not going to act like these are my best friends or nothing, but,
I've seen pictures of you from back then. You had, like, the grill.
I did not have a grill. I didn't have a grill.
With a big wheel.
I didn't have a grill, but
big gold chain.
I had different friend groups, and I kind of understand now talking about it why maybe the other friends didn't want me hanging, like their parents didn't really want me hanging around. Maybe I was a little bit of a bad influence. I don't know. I made it out okay, though. Thank God. But I was also smart enough to be like, yeah, I'll go sell crack with you. I'm like, nah, I'm good, man. Like,
you were close to the situation, but you never got in it.
Yeah. I had a fake ID in high school that said I was 21, so sometimes I'd buy them like 40 ounces or something.
English.
Yeah, for the old kickbacks. I'd go there and do that, but like they're never like, hey, let's go sell crack. I drew the line at buying them some beer underage.
Hey guys, I don't know if I'm prepared to sell crack.
Yeah, not gonna do that. But hey, I got a friend who's got to hook up on some ecstasy if you want that.
Yeah. They knew people, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
But yeah, that guy was in the news, and we watched the Florida game together, and it'll never be the same.
Yeah, you'll always think of him.
I will. And I also think about my buddy that got shot in the back of the head every time I see a paintball field or listen to Eminem.
Yeah, it's, the degrees of separation are not, it's not that far away, I feel like, for most people, unless you're just completely sheltered your entire life. Like, to at least know some people who like either did a murder or like it's like you see somebody on the news. Hey, remember him from school? Oh yeah. Well, he killed his
I had two guys I went to school with. They were like they might have been 3 years ahead of me, possibly 2, but they were friends. Like they were like best friends in high school. I think the year after they graduated, one murdered the other.
Yeah, probably over crack, probably over drugs.
It was over something.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I do think about that off. You talk about you like thinking back to like the robbery and getting scared. I think about all the places I was in the wrong time with the wrong place, wrong time with the wrong people. Like how my life could have gone sideways, many different chances, many different opportunities. And
yeah, you never know how one move can just change it all.
I never really ran with the wrong crowd, but I've been in plenty of spots at the wrong time.
Yeah.
It just
I won't say
back at it like that's crazy.
Yeah, I won't say I made it, but like I didn't get arrested or anything bad happened to me. Didn't get killed. Didn't didn't turn out wildly successful or anything. But like, hey, avoided catastrophe.
Yeah, you didn't get caught up in something with the cartel.
And wasn't on down near the river banging 15-year-olds when I was 20, you were last week.
Oh man,
now.
That's what the story sounded like.
That's what you said.
That's what the story.
I think I said multiple times she was.
You said
20.
You said she looked like 20. I don't know.
At least 18, probably 20. Probably 20. Like I don't know where you came up.
I just don't know how you can be so. I also don't know how you can be so confident if you didn't check ID. I don't know.
Yeah. It was a different time.
Anything else?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like we've pretty much covered it today.
All right, listeners sent a couple questions in, just a couple.
Oh, my favorite part. Like, subscribe, come on my face.
What's
the line for the podcast?
What's the lowest playback speed for a podcast of yours that would make you go, hold on now, there's no need to go that high?
Yeah, I don't really understand what that means.
Does it mean the highest playback speed? Like, I feel like I talk really fast. So whenever I've listened to myself I listen to all my podcasts on 1.5 speed. Like all the people I like, I listen on 1.5. I do not think I have a 1.5 voice.
No, you talk fast anyway.
I talk fast and I'm high pitched. So like if you put me on 1.5, I'm going to sound off. I'm going to say, it doesn't really. Don't listen to me on 1.5. Maybe 1.25.
Yeah,
Maybe. When I do like the TikToks and everything, I speed me up to 1.2 speed.
I can be sped up to like 1.4.
Yeah. I think you'd sound completely fine 1.5. You're very slow in yours.
I don't like changing the speed of anything. If I listen to something, I listen to it just the way it is.
I never changed the speed until really you told me you listen to stuff on 1.5 about a year ago. Sometimes I'll do like 1.25 now, but
my brain doesn't process that.
I'm not in a hurry to listen to it that.
So you still don't listen to at 1.5 speed?
No, I do not.
But if you think about it, if you listen to those long, like if you listen to Talk Sports every day, it's 3 hours, and you listen on 1.5 speed, you'd cut about 30, 40 minutes off of it.
Yeah, but you might miss something like
Nah, you get
I
used to
feel
it.
like you miss those things where there's like an awkward silence, and it's like
You can still
miss
know it.
some of the nuances.
You still know it's silence. It's just not as awkward or as long. Like you do maybe miss it, but like you get used to it, and it's almost jarring now when I actually listen. If there's something like I want to hear that's like referencing other music or audio clips or something, I go one speed so that I can fully like listen to that because I'm not used to it. But then it sounds jarring listening to the people at one speed. I'm like, I've gotten so used to their voice sounding completely different.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never tried listening to anything fast.
CB writes in saying he listens to Talk Sports at 1.8 speed.
Jesus.
How do we sound? Because I can't imagine listening to me at 1.8 speed. Like I said, I talk fast enough as it is.
I don't know. I think I probably sound a little more easy to understand because I'm slower, but you probably sound crazy at 1.8.
Another question. If I ordered you 2 formalin preserved cats that you had to dissect, which of you would do a better job removing the skin?
Is that like cats and is that like formaldehyde? I get like
Yeah.
pickled cats.
Yeah,
Is that what
yeah.
he's talking about?
I imagine so.
Removing the skin.
Yeah, who would do better?
I mean, I helped my dad skin a couple of deers when I was a boy. But
Okay.
like, I wasn't like big into hunting. Like I did kill a 5-point one time, which in hindsight, like I feel bad about. Like, why did I kill that deer? Like I
If you let it grow, it could have been an 8 or 9 pointer.
Well, yeah, but like
10
who
pointer.
was I to end that deer's life? You know what I mean?
You're not God.
No, I just got into
Well,
that.
you were to that deer.
Well, it's just peer pressure.
Well, there's too damn many of them anyway. Fuck them, dude.
Yeah, the deer.
Fuck him.
Well, no, it
they're-
is just,
I mean,
they
you
fuck
done
up the crops.
You done it a favor, man. I mean, either that or getting run over by
Yeah,
a
but
car.
that deer was somebody's son. It was
You
somebody's
think
brother.
deer daddies stay around to see their kids?
I don't know how did they have feelings? Did deers have emotions? I don't know.
I am terrified of one jumping out of my car on the interstate, though.
So going to Crossville like 2 weeks ago with 2,000 pounds worth of peaches in the back of the truck. I saw 2 different occasions
22 pounds of meth.
just some deer on the side of the interstate, and it scared the shit out of me because that'd have been bad running out in front of me.
One of my ex-old ladies had a deer jump through her windshield, like almost killed her. Like it was bad. Like it almost. So that scares me just hearing that story. I didn't know her at the time, but
I mean, it's always.
But what purpose do deer serve anyway? I mean,
nothing.
Diseases. Deer season needs to be
diseases
all year. Just really kill them back.
It's always a thought when you're on a back country road, I mean, because the deers jump out in front of you. I mean, it happens a lot. I've almost hit several, never actually hit one.
I don't know if it's true, but I heard don't slow down. I heard gas.
Yeah, run through it.
Yeah.
I heard that too. Then it just plops over.
Yeah, you don't want to slow down because they can get on top of your windshield.
But realizing to do that in the moment is different than
your
thinking ahead of it. Yeah.
Brakes. Yeah. Best to just speed up. Actually, just see how far you can launch that motherfucker. But to answer the question, I don't feel confident in my skinning abilities these days.
I'd pick you. I got a weak right thumb. I broke it twice. Like I got arthritis in my right hand already. I got a weak stomach. You like nasty shit way more than I do. Like I would not be very good at.
I remember like being in school. We like dissected a pig one time and a frog. Like,
yeah,
I've used what do they call it? The scalpel or what do you call it?
Scalpel.
Scalpel.
That's what I call it.
Scaffold. That's like scaffolding. Like
yeah, I call it a scalpel. Scalpel.
I mean, I've used one, but like I don't know shit about that really. These are really weird questions.
We had to dissect a frog in like 8th grade, or no, in high school. In like 10th grade, I didn't do a very good job with it.
Yeah,
I don't like science. I would pick Cody.
I know you got to like cut in a certain spot, and then you just kind of peel the skin. Like if you do it right, it comes off easy. But like, or the hide, like or at least with deer. But I don't know. It'd be weird to skin a cat. You can skin a cat multiple ways, they say.
But only once.
More than one way to skin a cat.
But you can only do it once.
That's right.
That's what they say about sheep and marks. You can shear a sheep many times, but you can only skin him once.
Yeah.
That's what they say, like on the poker table. You find a loser on there, you just take his money a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. You find a sucker that you can take advantage of. You just hustle them a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. But you can only fuck up their life once. You can only skin them once. You can only break them, and really like let them know they're getting hustled once, and it's over.
You seen where they're adding Uno to the tables in Vegas?
I think that's been misreported from what I've gathered. They're not going to be like actual table games, What I read was that like this Palms is going to have like a lounge where you can basically go there and play Uno. Like basically Uno's sponsoring like VIP sections like at their poolside.
Okay.
And you go there, and maybe you can all buy in and say, "Hey, we're playing $100 a hand." Maybe you can, but like it's not going to be blackjack table, 3-card poker, Uno, and you're sitting there with the pit boss, like
I know.
trying to play. Like you're not. It's not going to be that.
The tweets about it have been great.
Yeah,
You're sitting there with your kid's college fund on the line, and draw 4, bitch.
yeah. Michael Jordan sits down with his yellow eyes, and you hit him with the draw 4. All right, last question. If you have to choose an animal to hand kill and you get $5,000 per pound of the animal, what are you picking?
Okay, so the bigger the animal you kill, the more money you get. I see the.
But the animal is alert and aware of what's going on.
So you're just straight up one-on-one with that animal. So how confident are you? Like, I think I'd play that one pretty conservatively and go for like an 80-pound dog or something like that.
It's like a lab.
I think I could kill a big dog, hypothetically, of course, like not Michael Vick here.
What was the money value?
$5,000 per pound.
What's 80 times 5,000?
Be 400,000, wouldn't it? 400 grand,
I
right?
think I'd take.
Is that right? 20 pounds would be 100.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I think I would stop there. I don't think I'd try to go any bigger than like a big dog.
How are you going to kill it? Just hammer fist it?
Just fucking.
I feel like you just got to try to hurt its neck as much as possible. He's got to try to just.
I mean, I'd feel awful.
Just crush its esophagus.
I'd feel
Not
terrible.
if it attacked you first.
Right. Like if it was like a rage.
There's got to be something that bigger than that you could kill that you would have to fear doing something.
Something bigger
Yeah.
that you could kill that you wouldn't have to fear?
Yeah.
Okay, I like your thinking.
Like me, I'm beating the shit out of a manatee.
Those things, I don't know, man.
Now let's pretend you got to be somewhat near its habitat, though.
You can be in 5 foot of water. And
You think you could kill a manatee in 5 foot of water, though?
I'm not can drag
I think it'd get you down after a while in the water.
I think I could drag him in and put him on the beach.
Aren't those things kind of badass? Aren't they?
No,
like,
they're huge. Yes, but
how many pounds though? Don't they have like tusks?
So you're just crushing you're just trying to crush its skull?
Yes.
They're probably tough as hell too. Like
they're slippery. I know they're slippery. It's gonna be tough to get a hold of one.
They're probably tough.
Well, they have scars.
I don't
shit.
think
like,
they're aggressive.
I guess I'm relating them to like those elephant seals. I've seen elephant seals before, and they
Manatees
like beat the shit out of each other.
Manatees weigh 880 to 1,200 pounds.
I don't know if you could kill a manatee. That seems ambitious.
I mean, have you been up close to a manatee and seen how they move?
I think a manatee's fucking you up, brother.
I don't think they're very aggressive.
Well,
I think I could drag it.
See, that's the question. It might not be aggressive until its life's on the line. You never know. You never know who's who the flight or fight mode. Like, I think it'd be harder to kill a dog than we expect whenever the life's on the actual
Well,
line.
I'm saying that's where I'd like cap it is a big dog. Like, I don't think I'd try anything.
I don't like this question. I don't want to
Well,
kill
let's call it a coyote. I don't want to kill a dog either.
Oh, a coyote's fucking you up, brother.
You think so?
Yeah.
An 80-pound coyote's fucking you up.
Okay, let's go with an 80-pound golden retriever then.
See, I don't
want to.
See, here's what I'll say, and this isn't even my hypothetical, but this is what I do. I don't think you get to pick which breed of dog. It's just an animal. So you say 80-pound dog, you might end up with an 80-pound pit bull.
Yeah, or it might be a little bitch
Sure.
dog.
Well, it's not gonna be a little bitch dog if it's 80 pounds.
But it might be soft. It might
Sure.
be domesticated.
Sure, I just don't think you get to specify you're getting a golden retriever. Like you might end up with an 80-pound golden retriever, or you might end up with a Rottweiler or a pit bull or a.
I'm just saying, I think I would take my chances with a dog. I think anything bigger than that though is crazy.
I think you got a better chance of killing a cow than you do a dog, an 80-pound calf.
Okay.
Yeah.
They can't really bite you. Now, if you have to like catch it and everything, like I'm assuming we're like in a room together and it's just we're going to kill each other. We're coming out like I could,
somebody's coming out alive.
I could easily kill an 80-pound calf.
Okay.
I would say I could kill one all the way up to like 100 pounds pretty easily.
So that's probably a better answer.
What about a
130 pounds? Like if I had to kill a 30-pound calf, I could do that. But like once you start getting up that, like they start getting a little feisty. But like
a full-grown panda is 250 pounds.
Okay.
What about a 120-pound panda?
Like
You don't get to specify.
baby panda.
You specifying the weight on it? Hold on, let me check the
Yeah,
question.
I'm just saying.
Let me check the hypothetical.
Not a baby panda, but like maybe
A teenage panda.
yes.
Like maybe a panda that's a little slow. Like maybe you find one that didn't have quite all his chromosomes.
No, you have to choose an animal. So we have to
So it's gonna be
assume
fully grown.
we have to assume like, are there any full grown 120-pound pandas? Because there are full grown 80-pound dogs.
Adult female pandas are 150 to 220 pounds.
Listener writes in saying they would want to fight one of those huge turtles at the zoo. One of those 900-pound.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
Choppy.
Yeah.
Well,
You don't have any weapons though. Like, how are you going to kill it though? You just got to crush the skull, just kick it, just start.
What's the time? What's the
survivors?
Turn on its back. What's the time limit on this?
He's going to turn on his back.
Let him over. Let him die. Let him
Damn,
starve.
yeah.
Let him starve to death. Just sit there and monitor.
How you going to flip over a 900-pound turtle though? You ain't strong enough to flip over no damn 900-pound turtle.
They're kind of stupid. They'll get up on a rock or something, climbing.
Well, I mean, that does throw a real wrench into the, like, if we're talking about just starving something, you could just put a full-grown cow in a room.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Pull the manatee up on shore.
No, we're not doing
Lock
that.
the door on one of those circus elephants and just let him starve to death.
We ain't doing that. Although I don't think you could flip a 900-pound turtle over. And
I don't think turtles are 900 pounds.
Well, I think I think there's some big ass ones. There are some big ass turtles.
About you got to kill with your bare hands.
And also, like, the turtle would just go in its shell. You can't beat its head. It would just.
You got to grab its neck.
Well, you can't.
Don't
It goes.
Don't let
It goes.
back in.
No, it's alert. Like, you don't get to sneak up on it. Like, the turtle's going to go in its shell.
So a loggerhead sea turtle is one of the bigger ones. They're 300 pounds.
Okay.
I still think manatee's the craziest answer. I think
they're the slowest one that
vicious.
we've talked. I mean, they're not vicious at all. I don't think.
Man,
you never see a manatee attack story on the news.
This leatherback sea turtle though it grows up to 1,100 pounds.
Leatherback. Okay, I was looking at loggerhead. So
yeah, I just googled biggest turtle in the world. This thing it grows up to 1,100 pounds.
That's a big ass turtle.
What about a giraffe? Well, could you break a giraffe?
You couldn't kill a giraffe. Yeah, you could
break his legs. Then you just.
Giraffe seems tough because you'd have to start at the knees for sure. Get him down to where you could get to his neck. It's like a full-grown horse with an even longer neck,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you couldn't kill that.
Bare hand, I mean, hand to hand, that's going to be...
Like I said, I'm going to keep it conservative. Just take my money for the dog killing and be done with it.
Yeah, I'm going to choke out like a 100-pound calf. I'm going to get it down on the ground, just wrap it up, put my knee in its throat. It ain't going nowhere. Hold its tail above it. Hold its tail above the head, put your knee in its throat, it'll eventually die.
Yeah.
You can manhandle a 100-pound calf pretty easily.
PETA is screaming right now.
You just grab by a head and twist it a little bit and slam it.
Yeah.
Then you just put weight on it. Okay, well, good podcast. Have a good weekend, everybody.
Good stuff. Have a good one.
Like, subscribe, do all those things. Follow us. Watch our YouTube videos. I don't even know if we hit our threshold. I'm just not a man of my word. I don't know if we got enough comments to justify doing one like we threatened. But here we are anyways. We live to serve. Talk sports on Monday, 7 a.m. Tune in. Thanks, Tim.
Thanks for having me.
See ya.